Hi, this is Jeff White, Life and Living Now. Thank you for joining for another session of Qigong, and we'll kind of jump right into it. Although you will see me do a few things that are a little bit different, and I'll take some time now, so I won't take as much time in our flow. This time you're going to see me do a couple of things that, say with the 3 plates, setting down 3 plates, that's going to incorporate a more dynamic tension into the Qigong. So now we're going to take what has been a very soft Qigong and we're going to mix it with a little bit of a harder Qigong. So can Qigong be both hard and soft? And the answer is yes, it can actually exist across the spectrum. The difference comes in, what makes Qigong different, say, from just moving, is the mindfulness, the intent, and the breath. And so our intent is to be aware and harness qi, not just muscular energy, but that electrical essence of our being, and that qi energy. So we want to be able to lead that qi. In order to get there, first we become aware of it, then we begin to harness it, then we can begin to direct it. And you've heard me talk about this before. And in all those cases, we have said no resistance, no resistance, no stress, no resistance in the muscles, no resistance in the mind. We want everything nice and relaxed and loose. Very important. And so now with Qigong, how do we do that? Well, we're still going to be using muscular contractions, but we're going to approach it a little bit differently. See, if I'm doing weightlifting, very important part, I think, of a fitness regime, especially not just when you're younger, but also, more importantly, when you get older for bone density, things like that. But when we're doing weightlifting, then we're working on contracting muscles first. We're thinking muscles, then tendons that support the muscles, and then the bone. With Qigong, we're doing it in the reverse order. We're looking at where is our structure first. Where is my relaxation, where I can key in to tendons, and then add in muscular contraction as well. And so it makes it a little bit different. Now, I do still think that a lot of Qigong is best presented as soft, because we are learning to use and harness our internal energy, our qi. But there is a place for hard Qigong. And this first actually came up in my thinking when I was reading about the I Ching, which is a Buddhist Qigong flow. And it was probably the second or third one that I learned, and I really enjoyed it. And at different parts, different teachers would talk about adding in dynamic tension. And I'm going, well, everything that I've read said no tension. But there is a place for it. And when you see that, and now we'll point out a couple of places. We're not going to spend a lot of our session on this, but I do want to introduce this. It came up in conversation with one of my students, a friend of mine, and I wanted to kind of address it a little bit more fully. So like when I'm doing 3 plates, sit down, then I'm coming up, and you'll see me do this. Now there's a couple of variations. One is the hands go down. You can go up on the balls of your feet. As the hands go up, I sink. I sink a little bit lower as they come down, but my focus is more on here, but also where my legs are. And that's good for building up also leg muscles. But with this, I'm just coming down. I want to feel my structure first, whether I'm just out this way or this way. You want to feel your structure first. And then listen deeply. Relax and key in to tendons. If you find yourself contracting muscles first, relax, back off, relax, get connected with tendons. I do it with my breath. So inhale, and as I exhale, I really want to feel into my body, connect with tendons, and see if I can't. I'm kind of mentally and physically pressing down through my wrist and palms, And the torque here already provides a certain amount of tension torque into the tendons themselves. But I'm pressing. I'm also pulling up, in this case, my index finger or my middle finger, and I can feel how it affects my tendons. Then at the last, I will put in muscle. So, if I'm coming in, it's inhale, exhale, take your time, really feel it. I may inhale again, exhale, really press, relax and come up. I can go a little bit lower. Remember, I want to get my structure, then feel into my body and feel tendons. Work on the tendons, pressing. This is all mental as well as physical. And then adding in muscle. So you can end up with kind of a full-bodied isometric. I do the same things. I will sit. One way that I read, this came from Dr. Young, I push straight down. I will also move my hands off to the side or rotate them around to the back. And it changes where you feel it affect on the tendons as well as on your muscles. Here I can engage more of my triceps, 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 biceps. Here I'm chest, coming down. Here I am a little bit everything. There's some chest, there's some bicep, there's some triceps, they're here. So I just want to pass that along. You will hear me do a couple of times when I may say, okay, this is where we're going to look at dynamic tension. Feel this when I come out. I'm pressing through my shoulders, my wrist. I am putting my attention in with the tendons. And as I come across, this is all just thinking tendons. Inhale, exhale, and really get a twist in with my hands. Really thinking about activating the tendons along in my bicep and my forearms. And then adding in for my biceps. And then we come back. So I just wanted to kind of throw that out, and instead of doing a long video on it, just kind of throw this in for this little piece. We may edit this out as well and just post it as a separate if you find that it's helpful. So let's begin with our Qi. All right, feet together, slight V, hands over lower dantian. I like thumbs connected. Thumb on my right hand is connected in with the web in my hand between the thumb and index finger. Thumb of my right hand is kind of sitting into the palm of the thumb of my left hand on the palm of my right hand. Deep diaphragmatic breathing. Let that belly push out. The upper chest is not raised. Exhale. If I inhale and exhale through my nose, I am tonifying the energy in my body, tonifying the meridians, energy in the meridians, chakras. If I am breathing in through my nose and out through my mouth, I'm purging. I'm getting rid of, used energy, waste, well, I won't say wasted, but used energy, excess energy. So inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Exhale. Drop the hands. Step out just a little bit. And I just want you to bounce. Bounce into your heels. Relax your body. Kind of just play with it. Just bounce. Let go of any tension. it down. Feet about shoulder width apart. Turn from your waist, letting your shoulders and your waist do the movement. The hands are actually being moved more from centrifugal force than your intent. You can dip the knees and kind of pump a little bit if you wish. Come down in the center, up towards the ends. There we go. Now I can also tap. I like hitting on this up by the shoulders, lung one, and then at the lumbar section along the back, called Ming Men. I can come up, I can hit the shoulders. And this is activating. Waking up nerve endings, waking up your awareness of energy, so that then you can get more in tune with it and harness it and then direct it. Drop your hands. There we go. Bring them down. We're going to knock. Coming down the sternum. I like going across on the abdomen. Whichever way you started makes no difference to me, but if you started and you started going from left to right, reverse it. Go right to left. Come back up to your chest, back over to lung one. Tap yourself on the shoulders, give yourself a good pat on the back. Come down inside of the forearm, back side of the arm, inside of the forearm, back side of the arm. Knock on the kidneys, wake them up. Knock on the door of life. Come down, you can also hit your glutes. You can pat down your hamstrings. And this is a good little spot here. Rubbing on the back of your knees will help to loosen hamstrings as well as help loosen lower back. Rub down as well, center your calves, and continue to pat up the inside, knock on hip flexors. This increasingly has had a very special feeling for me. It just energizes. Come back down, glutes. Come back up. Down the back side of your legs. Up the inside towards the center. Back up to the heart. Back down. Let it go. Deep, deep breath. Float the hands up. Float the hands down. Float the hands up. Float the hands down. Now we're going to go touching heaven and earth. Right hand. In this case, it does not matter which hand you start with. I mean, right hand spirals down by my belly button, lower dantian. Left hand spirals up, little finger towards my face, then rotates outward. Palm to the ceiling on the left hand. Palm to the floor on the right. Touching heaven, touching earth. Amazing how they got that name. Inhale. Kick out my hip just a little bit to feel a little bit more of this fascia. Exhale. Collapse. Inhale. Expand. Exhale. Collapse. Inhale. Expand. Exhale. Collapse. Inhale. Exhale. One more time. Inhale. Good. Remember, with all of this, I'm feeling my breath, feeling my body. I'm not connecting with anything other than, in this case, my voice, my breath, my body. That's all. It's a moving meditation. All right, float the hands up, float the hands down, float the hands up, float the hands down. Good. All right. As I come in, bring both hands up your center. Inhale. Spread out. Drop your shoulders. Expand your chest. But don't forget to breathe from your belly, not your chest. Here it's so easy to breathe from your chest. Deep diaphragmatic breath. Exhale, collapse. Bring everything together. My tailbone drops. I don't bend over. I drop my tailbone. Drop my knees. Bring my forearms together. This is all my contraction phase. My exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Step out just a little bit so you have good balance. We'll go to Men's In. Teacup exercise. So, the hand comes out, and your elbow and your hip are going to work together. I'm coming, in this case, from the inside to outside. As I spiral, my hand stays oriented to the ceiling. We typically, I learned this and taught it with river stones. And it is fantastic for shoulder health and healing. So when you're doing this, if you have shoulder issues, and like if I feel this starting to tense up or for pain, I'll adjust it, but I don't stop. And I move. I can do two hands at once. Or one hand. Remember, I went from inside to outside. I can also go outside to inside. You know, every teacher ends up with something they really like that means a lot to them. This has so many benefits to me through the years, and to pretty much everybody I have taught it to. So now I learned it from a gentleman named Hanshi Ron Carlson up in Colorado. And with this one as well, I can do both hands. There we go. All right, let's bring it in. Feet underneath you. Inhale, throw the arm out. Notice pinky to the sky, shoulder. I bring it right in my center line. Turn it over. Bring it back into center. So, inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Time it so that it's in your breath. This is my inhale. Exhale, and immensely I can press everything into my dantian. So when you're doing this, slow everything down. Connect. Inhale. Throw the body out. Feel the movements in time. Your intention is what moves this. You want to get to a point where you're not even thinking about what you're doing. You just feel the intention and the power of it. Stop and hold. Left hand comes out to the side. As it moves, because we're just starting, notice that I'm starting to step this foot out. I'm going to shift my weight to the front. As my elbow and my foot then work together, I like shearing with this hand. Notice that I'm setting back on this post leg. My weight's about 60 to 70%. I'm going to step out a little bit and pull. And when I pull back, I'm using my center, but I'm starting with back, shoulders, elbows, wrists. Come forward, moving from my center. Again, press. Extend. Now, foot and elbow together. Shear, reach, grab. Step if need be, push. Feel this ankle, this heel is down, it's pushing my body, but this energy is not pushing as much from here as from my center. One more time. Notice I extend. There's a few weight shifts in here. Now, when I come for this next one, it'll start similar, but then we're going to go to what I call four corners. So instead of stopping here and reaching, I continue on, my foot continues to toe out. I shift my weight to that front foot and I settle. This is a good spot. And I'll start from here. And this is a good spot to work on that dynamic tension. Shoulders down. I'm pressing and sending energy from my shoulders through my elbows, which are not locked, to my wrists and palms, which are also not locked. I feel, connect with tendons, and add. Dynamic tension there, and then release. Foot, arm, four corners, shift your weight. Dynamic tension. This has to be done mindfully, or you're just wasting effort. And now I'll come back around to the front, as here. Float the hands up, float the hands down. When you're in the dynamic tension, everything slows down because the way that I feel this the most is that I engage mentally, emotionally with the tendons. Now, setting three plates down. We'll come up. I am torquing, I'm turning, so having a plate, you feel a little bit of torque. Bend at the elbows, come down. Breathe. Inhale, shoulders down, connect with shoulder joints. First connect with your skeletal structure, then connect with your tendons. Requires quiet and listening. And then dynamic tension from tendons, then muscles. But if you find yourself going too quickly to the muscles, back off. You're building a different kind of strength to help support. Actually, your muscles help support your tendons. That's probably not, I'll have a few doctors disagree, but for our purposes today, that works for me. Relax, inhale, come down again. I can drop farther down if I want. I can come up on my feet if I want. And once again, connect with skeletal structure, connect with tendons, dynamic, resistance, engage muscles last. One more time. Come up. So now we've had 2 instances where we've had some dynamic tension. In this case, right hand goes behind your back. Left hand crosses your front. Your mind goes to your palm. Connecting energy, pressing through my wrist towards the ceiling. Giving myself a chi bath. Imagine I've just got pouring energy out from my palms. Then I'm going to turn it, and I'm going to face the palm towards the ceiling. Now, I can come right here to center. If I do, I continue my palm and my hand so that my fingers place in front. Or I can also come all the way over to the side. Also doing the same. And notice that I'm turning, so that I'm feeling that tension in my tendons and forearms and in my arms. I'm not engaging my bicep with this. I'm just working on tendons. Come back to the front and exhale on your way down. Other side. So I would say use the dynamic tension in your personal practice if you wish. See, in here we have tension. As I turn, and there's still more. Stay mindful. Stay engaged. Your breath is going to change, especially on this one exercise, but you'll find a pattern that feels engaging and powerful. Now, I'll take a time to inhale and exhale. Here, also imagining just energy pouring out from my palm, connecting with my body, cascading over. I'm going to turn. I'm connecting, coming across. This can be my inhale, exhale, still holding, inhale, come to center, exhale. One more time. So a new dimension to some of our flows. Float the hands up, float the hands down. When I'm mixing this fire and water, your heart, fire fire energy, kidneys, water energy. We're combining the two, harmonizing. So in this way, if you need more fire energy, you'll get that support. If you need more cooling, calming water energy, you'll get that support. Very good. All right. Feet, shoulder width apart. As I come up, I push my hips back. This is my inhale. I move as if my arms are moving by themselves, and I come down. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Good. Feel the weight shifts. As my hips go back, I shift my weights into the earth, into my heels, and I think about 4 feet into the ground. As I move forward, my hips forward, it changes. And now my weight shifts to the balls of my feet. Still 4 feet in the ground. Connect with that earth energy. Okay, connect with this. All right, now, bring your hands together until you feel any type of sensation. You're looking for either heat or sensation. And, once you feel it, then stop. And if you don't feel it right now, it's perfectly fine. But that's my inhale. Exhale. Out. Inhale. My exhale, my hands go until I no longer feel that connection. And then it comes down. All the time I'm connecting as if I've got this ball of energy right here. And this ball of energy came from my lower Dantian. And I'm visualizing the heat from it, the light from it. And I'm very kinesthetic, so I like to feel. Good. All right, let's go working into our flows now. So, still in keeping with the 5-element flow and 5 internal organ flow, different names, same thing. We're going to start out with the metal element, which is the lungs. In traditional Chinese medicine and Qigong, there is a certain order that is called a generative cycle that helps to support and build each other, the energy within the system itself. In with these elements, it is not the same as, say, the Vedic idea of, wood, water, air, fire, and ether. In traditional Chinese medicine, that ether is replaced with metal. And it's still not speaking so much to a particular element or organ as the whole process of what that organ represents. So, a better word, as I understand it from my reading, has been, instead of using element, it is process. But we start with the metal, which is the lungs. And then we go to water, okay, which is the kidneys. The idea being that metal produces condensation water. Then we go, water hits the earth, helps things grow. We have liver and wood. And wood, we have fire, heat, action, and so that's heart. And then we also have the earth energy. So once we have fire and those ashes, it returns back to the earth. And then we have from the earth energy, stomach and spleen. From the earth, then we have the metals that are formed and brings us back up into the lungs. So that's part of why we go through in this fashion. But with lungs, we're just going to raise up. So imagine I'm getting energy up and I'm connecting. Now, I will mix, and you've all heard me say this because I do mix Vedic schools of thought with traditional Chinese medicine schools of thought, because they both deal in energy. Superficially, they sound very similar. They do take some divergent paths the deeper that you go in, so just use it with understanding to whatever level of understanding that you have. But I tend to resonate more with chakras as I do with this. So I do root chakra, sacral, solar plex, heart, throat, third eye, crown chakra, come over the back of the head, roll the elbows back, press up. Hold that for about 2 counts to 4 counts, turn the hands over, exhale, and I connect once again with crown chakra, with third eye, throat, heart, solar plex, sacral, root. Inhale, connect, connect, feel, press, hold, release, breathe out through your mouth, connect. You can hold at the bottom as well. Right now we're just doing triangle breathing. If we hold at the bottom, it represents doing box breathing. One more time. Good. Now my other one for lungs. Turn to the side, raise arms forward and back. Does not matter to me which one you start with. Put your palm in the hand of the one that's in back and coming forward. I connect, and as it passes over the forearm of my extended hand, I resonate and connect with all the energy, because you have a lot of your meridians that kind of come, they all hit your arms, but you'll have like several come on the inside, and then you'll have ones that work on the outside as well. But I want to connect. Fingers of the right hand point to the elbow of the left hand. I'm going to slap down. I'm going to pick up chi ball, come out forward, press. Extend the palms. Continue traveling with the left palm forward. Right comes back just below the chest. Reaches all the way back, and then comes forward. Connecting, resonating, connecting, connecting, connecting. Good. See, I feel that energy connecting. I feel the warmth in my hands, my palms, throughout my body, actually, when we start doing this. Now, standing meditation. At the end of each of the elements, there's a little bit of a standing meditation. And so in this case, I'll still connect thumb and index finger. It's called bear hose ball in front. My hands are kind of angled to lower dantian. I want everything to resonate. And I'm breathing diaphragmatically, and I'm letting everything go. Right now I'm checking and just surveying my body for any kind of resistance or stress, tension, and letting it go. Later, we will do more of, say, we just got finished with metal, then I may go from lungs. My exhale will be to kind of just trace where the lung meridians go. Inhale. Exhale, I'll trace because it pairs with large intestine. Then we kind of trace where that goes. So each time, there's things we'll build within these quiet times, but for right now, deep diaphragmatic breathing, focus on your breath. Let that just be your time to connect with you. Good. Now we're going to go into water, kidney flows. And there's a couple of these. I'm going to keep it, I'm only going to do one of these flows today. Just for y'all, you do know that I have one flow that I like that starts way down here, scoops up energy, comes across. And we do that a few times. The number's up to you. And then we cut it short right at the waist. Now with this one, I feel a little bit more of the kinetic chain because of my inhale. As I turn this over, my fingers, as if it just, my hands still go and the energy from my fingers still extends past my hand. But then as I turn this, as I pull back, my waist, my hips go first, then shoulder, elbow, wrist. And then we do a 2-finger sword, and we have a little bit of a standing meditation. So we do this, we might as well go ahead and do a couple of times on each side. Typically you see me do this a little bit longer. Do you have to do it for the same number of times each side? Depends on if it bothers you or not. And then we come in. I don't keep track of the number of times that I do a movement. It's purely on how I feel. But if you're bothered by that, then count. But I strongly encourage you to get out of your head and into your body. So that was one of them. The one that I like best for water is I'm coming down and I'm just dropping almost straight down as if I'm pulling. Now with the kidneys, you have the kidney meridians and bladders that runs up the backside. So I'm going to, as if I'm pulling energy up to the inside of my legs, up to my torso, and out. Back of palms together, roll your spine up. Good. Standing meditation for this, bear holds falling back. Same thing we did in the front, now we're going to do it in the back. Now, there's a tendency to raise your shoulders, keep them down. Breathe through your belly, not your chest. It's a very good opportunity to breathe through your chest here, but don't do it. Diaphragmatic breathing. All right. We did metal. We did water. We got wood. So we have metal. We have condensation. We have water. Water waters the earth, and then we produce wood. So with wood, gather up the side, resonate with the meridians, with your liver energy. Liver and gallbladder are connected, and your gallbladder meridian comes over your shoulders, back and forth across your head. So you're giving yourself a chi bath, but connecting with all that energy. And then get rid of any excess, any used energy. Come up, connect with the sides. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Very good. Let's do it again. Inhale. Inhale. Exhale. Good. All right. Actually, we'll come up, we're mixing a couple of them today. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Actually, one of the ones I did for lungs are actually for wood. All right, down we go. Heart. Red. These are a little bit interesting. This is a really nice one with heart energy. Cloudy hands. From Tai Chi, I'm just connecting at my heart center with compassion. And drop down to lower dantian. Back up to heart. Third eye. Really connect here. Back to heart. Very good. Another move we have is lady works the shuttle. So I come up my center line, turn my hands over. Martial arts like doing a high block. And then this pushes. My body doesn't turn. I want it to push across my chest. Rotate both palms to the sky. Left hand now comes down. Right hand spirals up and away, and then this pushes. So this goes slow. This is my inhale. Right here's my exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Bring it in. Another flow. Inhale. Heart mudra, diamonds. Exhale. Raise the elbows. Inhale. Swim around. Connect. Exhale. Drop to the floor as low as you can go. Inhale. Pick up energy. Exhale. Qigong. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Remember to connect on all those points. Good. Now, come up. Heart mudra, which is diamond. Stand and feel. Good. Drop that. Stomach and spleen. Push out. This is gathering. This is my inhale. Now I like doing this with a slight pause as I press and condense that energy into my lower dantian. This is my exhale. Inhale, push the hips back. Gather. Exhale, compress and condense. Inhale. Exhale, compress and condense. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Both hands. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. All right. Make sure your feet are underneath you. Standing meditation for earth energy. Elbows by your side, forearms parallel to the floor. Thumb, little finger, opposite of each other, kind of extended, so you have this concave in your palms, fingers cocked a little bit more towards the floor. When you breathe, inhale, imagine I'm breathing energy up from the earth into my palms, into the soles of my feet. Also, pull your toes back just a little bit to engage the soles of your feet. Exhale, compress it again. Inhale, draw energy up. Exhale, compress into lower dantian. Inhale. Exhale. Just feel. Inhale, draw energy up. Feel that energy. Hit the palms, run in, center. Exhale, compress. Inhale, feel that energy up through your legs. Good. All right, feet together. Roll the shoulders back. Gather energy from the heavens. As you come through, imagine bathing yourself in this violet light and connect with your energy centers. This is harmonizing. Inhale, connect. Crown chakra, third eye, throat, otherwise upper dantian, heart, solar plex, middle dantian, sacral, root, lower dantian. There we go. Bring feet together. Spread the feet out, soon to be. Bamboo sways in the breeze and the wind. Just stand and feel. And thank you. And that is it for today. So with today, we added in some new concepts. In our class, formal class, I'm really not going to spend a lot of time in this dynamic tension. If you want to use it on your own, feel free. But remember, a lot of the benefit of Qigong is from this no tension in the body, in the mind. For a lot of this, that's where this flow works. And you can add in with some of the exercises that I showed you some dynamic tension, but you don't want to get pushed into feeling, am I getting strong? No, feel, am I connected? How does my body feel? Am I more alive? That's what you want to feel. All right, feel free to ask and email me any questions. I will see you next time.